The night my son got promoted should have been one of the proudest moments of my life. After all, I spent 30 years sacrificing everything to help him succeed. The late nights, the extra jobs, the dreams I quietly buried so he could chase his. So when he invited the whole family to celebrate at a fancy restaurant, I was happy, proud, excited, until I realized something that made the entire restaurant go silent. My son had reserved seats for everyone. His wife, his children, his in-laws, his cousins, even distant relatives. Everyone except me. And what happened next changed our family forever, because that night, my son taught me exactly what he thought I was worth. What he didn't know was that within 6 months, he would be begging for my forgiveness. And by then, it was too late. My name is Robert. I'm 67 years old. For most of my life, I believed family was everything. My wife passed away 12 years ago. After that, my son Daniel became my entire world. I wasn't wealthy. I wasn't successful by society's standards. I worked construction for nearly 40 years. Broke knees, bad back, arthritic hands. But every paycheck had one purpose: giving Daniel opportunities I never had. When he wanted a better school, I worked weekends. When he wanted college, I refinanced my house. When he graduated, I cried harder than he did. I remember thinking, everything was worth it. Daniel eventually became a corporate executive. Beautiful home, luxury car, perfect family, the American dream. And every time someone praised him, I felt proud, because I knew the road he'd traveled. Or at least, I thought I did. Then one afternoon he called. "Dad, I got promoted." His voice sounded excited. I immediately smiled. I knew how hard he'd worked. He told me he was taking everyone to a high-end restaurant downtown. The entire family. A celebration. And of course, I was invited. Or so I believed. Daniel sounded different on that phone call. Colder, more distant. At the time, I ignored it. That was my first mistake. The restaurant looked expensive. The kind of place where water costs more than coffee. I arrived early, wearing my best suit. The same suit I wore to Daniel's graduation. I wanted to look respectable. I wanted my son to feel proud of me. One by one, family members arrived. Everyone looked happy. Then Daniel showed up. He barely acknowledged me. I noticed, but said nothing. Soon, the hostess approached. "Table for 12? Daniel nodded. The hostess started seating everyone. 1 seat, 2 seats, 3 seats. Until eventually everyone sat down. Everyone except me. I stood there confused. The hostess checked her tablet, then looked at Daniel. There were only 12 seats reserved. Daniel avoided eye contact. Silence. I laughed nervously, assuming it was a mistake. Then Daniel finally spoke. "Dad, maybe you can grab a table nearby." Nearby. Not with us. Nearby. The room felt smaller. My chest tightened. Everyone heard it. Nobody said anything. Not even my grandchildren. Not even my daughter-in-law. Nobody. I stood there while strangers watched. Humiliated. Embarrassed. Invisible. The waiter asked if I wanted another table. Daniel didn't stop him. That hurt more than anything. Later, I overheard the truth. Daniel's wife quietly told someone, "We only had a limited budget." Limited budget. Meanwhile, champagne bottles covered the table. I understood. This wasn't about money. This was about me. I went home early. Sat alone in my living room. For hours. The silence felt unbearable. I replayed every sacrifice. Every memory. Every birthday. Every Christmas. Every school event. And one question haunted me. When did I become disposable? Weeks passed. Daniel never called. Never apologized. Nothing. Then something unexpected happened. I met an old friend. George. A retired attorney. During our conversation, he asked about my estate planning. I casually mentioned my assets. The house. Investments. Land I'd quietly purchased years earlier. George stared at me, then laughed. "Robert, your estate is worth far more than you think." I was shocked. For years I had lived modestly. I never paid attention. After a full financial review, the number stunned me. Several $1,000,000. Suddenly everything became clear. Daniel never cared about me. He cared about the image of success. And maybe, what he assumed he would eventually inherit. That realization changed everything. Not because I wanted revenge, because I finally understood the truth. The relationship existed only when I was useful. So I made a decision, one that would shake the family. Months later, the family received invitations, and nobody knew what was coming. Daniel arrived expecting a family announcement. Everyone did. The attorney stood beside me, documents prepared, signatures complete. The room felt tense. Then the attorney began reading. The family home? Donated. The investment portfolio? Placed into charitable trusts. The land? Funding scholarships. Nearly everything had been redirected. Gasps filled the room. Daniel's face turned pale. Then came the question, "Dad, why?" I looked directly at him, for the first time in years, and calmly replied, "Because the people who value you only when you're useful don't deserve ownership of your life's work." Silence. Absolute silence. Daniel started crying, not angry tears, real tears. He finally understood. The issue was never money, it was respect. He apologized, publicly, repeatedly, but some wounds don't disappear overnight. The trust wasn't restored instantly. It took years. Years of effort. Years of accountability. Eventually, we rebuilt part of our relationship, but it was never the same, and maybe that's the lesson. Sometimes revenge isn't destroying someone. Sometimes it's removing access to the things they took for granted, including you. The last thing I learned was simple. Never beg for a seat at a table where your presence isn't valued. Build your own, and let respect decide who sits there. Fard out.